My lovely, lovely people, a pleasant afternoon to you. So, beautiful people, I was watching TikTok perhaps 2 days ago in particular, and there's this particular TikToker who is becoming vastly popular. He was lambasting an entity. He really was lambasting, sorely reprimanding, and wondering how is it that people are not locked up and are not held accountable, and I said I had to check to see if this is something in the Gleaner or the Observer, which it is. And this is what the caption says in the Gleaner on June 3, 2026. Ghost sales report. FLA targeted gun dealer with fake transactions, logged ammo purchase to dead man. So what the guy on TikTok was saying is that he cannot fathom how is it that 6,000 ammunitions were purchased by a dead man, because most one is allowed is approximately, it may not be that many, but about 50. So he put it to the highest amount to be about 50, between 45 to 50, per licensed dealer. Let us read. An Integrity Commission IC probe has exposed severe firearm licensing authority data manipulation, revealing that an employee falsified electronic records to target a prominent licensed dealer when he, among other things, logged that a dead man had purchased ammunition. The revelation was made in a 131-page report tabled in Parliament late Tuesday, more than 2 months after it was submitted by the country's chief anti-corruption body. Parliament previously noted that it had not been tabled because the matter was sub judice. The IC investigation, which began on June 14, 2021, was triggered by an anonymous email sent detailing several allegations. The IC Director of Investigation, Kevin Stevenson, concluded that well-known licensed firearm dealer Kent Brown was targeted by the FLA following an assessment of the authorities' records. I did a vlog maybe yesterday, I think it was, as it relates to him suing FLA, based on what the Gleaner has posited. The DI concludes that the act of manipulating the LMS, which is License Management System, and the inputting of what appears to be inaccurate information on the system by an employee of the FLA to the detriment of Mr. Brown is sufficient basis for a reasonable and detached observer to form the view that Mr. Kent Brown was targeted by the FLA, said Stevenson. All right, so he said his conclusion is premised on the fact that without any reasonable justification or Brown's request or consent, FLA employee, oh God, I don't want to call the employee's name. It is there in the Gleaner, though, I'm seeing it. I ain't calling it. I'm not calling it. You can go read it on yourself. FLA employee, so-and-so, made what appear to be inaccurate entries to Brown's LMS. The dealer believes that he was targeted because of a letter he wrote to the editor about the FLA's operations. Brown reportedly wrote to the FLA in 2020 after it conducted an audit of his establishments in 2019 and produced the report the following year, indicating that he had excesses and shortages of rounds and should immediately give an account of the rounds. Brown said he went on the system and discovered that there were 4 entries made on the system where 3 persons purchased a total of 6,000 rounds of bird hunting ammunition. I don't know if there's a difference with bird hunting versus, I don't want to say human hunting. It sounds away. The regular ammos that, to protect yourself and your life and your property and your family and whatnot, He said he wrote to the FLA seeking more time to provide a response. Brown told the IC that the database would not accept a purchase of more than 200 rounds per person each day. Oh, so it's not 50. Oh, unless maybe it's different for bird hunting versus, gosh, I don't want to say human hunting. Where's that coming to my mind? You know what I'm saying. The regular ammos that you would use to protect your life, your property, your family, and so on. Right. So additionally, he said that he did not sell bird hunting rounds on his range and that he had no records of the listed persons entering the range on the day in question or making any sales to them. Moreover, the range was not opened on that day. I am the only person that can access the range database from my end. However, there are instances in the past where the FLA accessed my database from their end. This happens sometimes when the system is down and I send the information manually for them to input it onto the system, he said. The FLA indicated that its quality control unit can alter incorrect dealer data upon formal request and managerial approval. It said correcting disputed entries involves cross-departmental verification and that outside this unit, only the programmer and the database administrator have system access. Stevenson said, given the information, he sought to ascertain whether the individuals named as a purchaser of 6,000 rounds of ammunition were in possession of the requisite firearm user's license in order to purchase bird hunting ammunition for the referenced July 2018 period. He said the FLA confirmed that witness 1 held a valid firearm user's license for a 12 gauge shotgun, which is a caliber used for bird hunting. Witness 2 also held a valid firearm user license for a 12 gauge shotgun. Meanwhile, witness 3 held a 12 gauge shotgun license that expired May 7, 2018. Stevenson said he began the renewal process on May 4, 2018, which remained in a created state on the system, and he has created in quotations. He said because he required recertification, he was issued a temporary license valid from May 4, 2018 to September 20, 2018. I find that they tend to sometimes give these short span in terms of temporary allowance, for lack of a better word. Under the FLA regulations, at the time, an individual holding a temporary license was not permitted to purchase ammunition. Ooh. Stevenson said he inquired whether individual licensed firearm holders were permitted to purchase more than 200 rounds of ammunition per day from an authorized firearm dealer. He said this specific inquiry was made based on assertions made by Brown as to the maximum number of shotgun rounds a person is permitted to purchase on any given day. The FLA indicated that an individual license holder is permitted to purchase 50, okay, so I was right, 59mm pistol rounds as per their certificate, 200 training rounds per day at a range facility, and 2,000 bird hunting rounds for the bird hunting season. So that is 2,250, which, in totality. The FLA said additional approval is required for any ammunition purchase outside the established ammunition purchase policies. Oh, so anything outside can be more. All right. Following this, Stevenson said he made checks to ascertain whether the concerned individuals were in possession of the requisite hunting permits in July of 2018 in order to purchase the bird hunting ammunition. He said NEPA's CEO Leonard Francis confirmed that agency records showed that no applications were received from the 3 witnesses for hunter's license during the 2017, 2018, and 2019 bird shooting season. Stevenson said he spoke to the 3 witnesses who confirmed that they did not make the purchases registered on the LMS system. Witness 1 indicated that he had known Brown since 1997. He said on May 17, 2021, Brown showed him FLA records falsely indicating that he purchased 2,000 bird hunting rounds on July 11, 2018. He said he hadn't hunted since 2015. Witness 2 said he had known Brown for 17 years, noted that around 2021 or 2022, the dealer showed him a suspicious list falsely claiming that he had purchased 2,000 bird hunting rounds. He denied ever participating in bird hunting. Stevens said he attempted to obtain a witness statement from witness 3, but discovered through a media search that an individual sharing the same name had died on June 16, 2018. Okay, I don't know what's going on, but I pray they get to the bottom of this kind of confusion. Guys, you know what to do, TikTok and YouTube. Subscribe, Give me one of those lines. Follow me on Instagram.